Good evening, dear friends. Well, the day has come, the hour has come, the moment when we met again with you. And finally, we will learn something new, something interesting with you again. And our weekly YouTube Almanac continues. Well, settle in front of your YouTube receivers, adjust the antennas, and we begin. But I'm in a hurry to please you. We are waiting for a competition for the most beautiful like and comment. Well, at least put one like under this video and wait for the artificial intelligence system to choose you, and you will receive a personal greeting from the host of the YouTube channel Doctor Alekseev Live. Well, so today we will talk about memory, how to improve blood supply to the brain, and not lose memory, not forget what your name is, where you live, and where you hid the money. So, what affects our memory? First and foremost, it's the blood supply to the brain. Two artery systems nourish our brain. These are the vertebral artery and the common carotid artery, which then divides into the external and internal. The common carotid artery is typically affected by atherosclerosis, narrowing the lumen of this artery and worsening certain parts of the brain. But the blood supply system of the brain is arranged in such a way that there is a so-called circle of Willis, where all the arteries they form, this is called an anastomosis. How to explain this? Now I will explain to you with the help of a graphic drawing. Here, let's say our carotid arteries have entered the brain and entered. Imagine that this is 3D. Generally, this is slightly ahead, that is a bit behind. And everything is arranged so that not just a certain artery, it supplies some part of the brain with blood, but just in case it is made so that if the lumen of the artery, here it is once, and somehow narrowed, or blood did not go through the artery at all. We are helped by neighboring arteries where inside the skull cavity they form so-called anastomoses. That is, they, you see, are connected to each other, like in sewer pipes. Practically in your head, the same thing. And so when the blood doesn't go down one pipe, but here, see, it won't go any further. This is here inside after they have joined together. For example, somewhere here it got clogged. Once, everything went down the other pipe. Sometimes it saves, sometimes it doesn't. It all depends on whether you're lucky or not. That's life. But in general, there is a system. It should work. But ideally, there shouldn't be a situation where something is narrowed somewhere, blood doesn't go somewhere, blood doesn't leave somewhere. Because one problem is that the blood didn't come, and the second problem is that it doesn't leave from there. Swelling occurs. Old blood accumulates, new, fresh can't come. The old one is in her way. A stagnant event, a breach of venous outflow. If you do an ultrasound of the neck head, many will have such a violation. So, the first one is our carotid artery. The second artery is the vertebral artery. The peculiarity of the vertebral artery is that it is located right inside, see, the transverse processes of the vertebrae. I'll show you closer now. Take a look. Here it is. It's located right here. Here's the spine. It's right inside the vertebrae. And such a feature that when we turn our head, the lumen of this artery can narrow. Some people even have it completely blocked. There were such studies, and I saw that they made people turn their heads, looked at how their blood supply changes, does not change. And if you turn your head, a person stays in this position for a long time. Even in a healthy person, there is a change in the lumen of the vertebral artery itself. Plus the amount of blood passing through the artery also changes. But ideally, this should not be the case. And there are several levels where our vertebral artery can be compressed. First, it's before it enters this vertebral canal, before it even gets into this first hole. Second, it's already in the vertebral canal itself, inside it. Third, after exiting, where we have these short neck extensors, it often gets pinched there. The most common place where the vertebral artery is significantly compressed, causing headaches, dizziness, and memory problems. This is precisely a spasm of the short extensors. It happens quite often. Secondly, it's the spinal canal itself, the vertebral artery canal. And thirdly, which is less common, it's the scalene muscle. Before the vertebral artery enters this canal, it gets compressed. Not everyone may have this anatomical feature. Some people are unlucky. Perhaps when the scalene muscle is shortened, it can also happen that the blood supply to the brain changes. What about the carotid artery? Atherosclerosis often develops there. Atherosclerosis needs to be treated in slightly different ways. And now we will talk about the vertebral artery, how to make it constantly supply blood well to the brain and avoid various disorders. An acute disruption of cerebral circulation is known as a stroke. If it's chronic, a gradual hypoxia of the brain occurs, blood supply is disrupted, and various areas, well, you could say, damage to the brain occurs. This is not as critical damage as a stroke, for example. That is, it won't be like the arm or leg stopped moving. But gradually you will forget what your husband's name was, how many children you have, where you put 1,000 rubles, whether you turned off the iron, didn't turn off the iron. All this matters. Such areas arise in the very core of the brain. This is called encephalopathy. Encephalopathy of varying degrees depending on the severity. The first degree is just a slight headache. The second, third degree are already such pronounced disorders. It can go as far as forgetting where you live. You went out for bread and can't remember where to return. You bought bread? You'll have to eat it right on the street. Well, friends, what should we do? How should we be? And here comes to our aid the latest developments of the Yadrinsky Massage Building Combine, where they developed a wonderful massager like this. Along with such a massage ball, there are also such things, such interesting ones, which can be used by attaching to the wall. Let's say by fixing them like this, and here we can very carefully work through the short extensors ourselves, not only lying down, as we would have to with the balls, but also standing up. That is, all this area. Look, here you can work very well on the suboccipital muscles. Such special massagers. See, they exist now. But hard to get, not everywhere available. Can also to the balls. The difference of the ball, you see, is that it acts more flatly. You can't reach these deep muscles. And such devices, they allow you, you see, right here, to directly affect a group of these muscles, short extensors, how to use them. If we use it standing, just attached it, let's say, and found it from behind, pressed on it. And in this way, if it hurts a lot, just hold it, endure, wait. Okay, like this. Let's start. So remember the first letter of your name. Remembered? It means the blood has already started to flow better to your brain. Next, we move to the second point. Start massaging it. Okay, we already recall who you are. Man, woman, all clear. Your memory is gradually returning. Then, you turned a little to the side. Now your younger years are surfacing in your memory, remembering how you used to go fishing with friends in your youth. See, and that's how we work through it. We work through it from one side and the other, from both sides. You can also do this while lying down. What's the principle? The principle is that when you relax a muscle, the adjacent artery is freed, it stops being squeezed by these muscles. So this is the first stage. It's us relieving the spasm from the short neck extensors. But if we massage everything like this, leave our neck at rest, then possibly this spasm will return to us, as it came. So it will return. And again, you won't even remember where you put your balls. Balls, massagers. You'll have to buy a new one. So what should we do? How can we secure the result with you? So, a set of exercises to improve memory from the Shamerlinsky Institute for Memory and Brain Restoration. The first exercise. In order for our spasm of short extensors not to return to us, we need to train our long neck extensors. For this, we lay on our back, put something under our head. It could be a blanket, a pillow, or a roll like this. And we start pressing on it with the back of our head, pressing with the back of our head, lifting our shoulder blades. You will feel the tension not so much in the neck. You will feel it more between the shoulder blades. And with the elbows also helps a little bit. And you do such movements 10-15 times. We are training the lower part of the neck extensor with you, which starts from our thoracic vertebrae, not even from the neck. You did 2-3 sets of 10 like this. Next, we need to train the middle part of the neck extensor. For this, we lie on our stomach. Slightly hang our head, put our hands down, and here we also do 2-3 sets of 10-15 of these movements. After that, we turn onto our left side and do 2-3 sets of side movements. Next, we turn, as you guessed, onto our right side and repeat the same thing. Through these movements, we improve the blood flow to and from the neck and brain. This is the exercise routine. But now we need to get your brain working again. The blood has come there, the blood has left there, fresh new blood is supplying everything. The brain pulsed, ready to receive important information. Now we need to start training him. And one of the best exercises that can be done daily. It can be done precisely by those who have memory problems, who forget everything in a row, what they did, what they didn't do, just like that. You went to bed, got ready to sleep, and start remembering your whole day. How you woke up, what you did, how you went to brush your teeth, how you ate, where you went next. And try to remember your entire day in detail until the moment you went to bed. Usually everything ends around lunchtime. You'll already be asleep. So it's also an additional way to fall asleep for those who sometimes have problems with it. But if you can remember what happened at least until 4 in the afternoon, that would already be a plus. One of the best exercises to restore brain function. Why is it good? Because you are training your memory specifically on past events. That is, it differs from, for example, learning the multiplication table, repeating the alphabet, say, running through the numbers again to refresh knowledge from 1 to 10, from 10 to 20 or more complex. There you have already repeated some moments. You are training your memory specifically on past events with you, and therefore the brain will already work better in terms of remembering general information. In short, try it and then you will see for yourself that this is a pretty good exercise. Where do I know him from? I'll tell you now. You'll start doing it as soon as you find out where I know him from. When I was in school, we had a physics teacher. His last name was Gorbenko, but I don't remember his first name because I didn't do this exercise. If I did it, I'd recall. Only the surname stuck. And overall, he had a very good memory. He was in the Guinness Book of Records because he remembered how many the number of 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 digits after the decimal point of pi. Imagine the number pi, you don't even know what it is. And he remembered the digits that are after the decimal point. And he says, if you want the same as me, do this exercise once a day, the same will happen. Well, friends, for the ladies, I kiss your likes, shake the men's comments. Until next time, dear friends. Well then, friends, try this exercise. Write in the comments, did it help you? Did it not help? Write what memory recovery exercises you use. I think they are not very effective because many of you skip the start of the video and forget to subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell, like, and comment. Well, I kiss your likes, dear ladies. I shake the comments, dear gentlemen. Until new meetings on air, until new broadcasts. We write likes, leave comments. Don't forget, we do exercises. Good luck!